Welcome to the third video on the new optimizer window for GDS, and in this one we're going to talk about the little tools that we've included here. And these are the same things you could do before, but we've kind of improved some of the functionality, and I'll explain that. So we already know that the new optimizer is an automatically dynamically working tool where you don't have to fetch parts anymore, you don't have to click optimize. All that is happening on the fly in memory, which is way more efficient and faster, and it eliminates the possibility of forgetting to optimize or forgetting to get parts. So you're not going to miss parts. Anything that's changed is automatically included. Um, and we've also talked about the grid and how you can sort and filter and group and all that. So now let's talk about the rest of the things. So we can still export uh, and we can still add, we can still print reports, the cut list, the lineal report. And then we have the tools for adding stock links and deleting them from the stock parts, and then adding and deleting to the cut list. So let's see what that's like. So let's say I wanted to change the quantity of this part here to 3. I can do that, and it's going to indicate that something's been done here by making it bold and then having a modified status. So that makes it very clear that something's changed there. And the old one was a little less clear on that. So this is definitely an improvement. Now, let's say I want to delete a cut. Let's say for some reason there's a piece that shouldn't be included in this cut list. Typically, I would say make sure there's parts uh, removed from your framing system if you don't want them in your cut list. Because if there's a part number that's showing up that shouldn't be there, that means it's coming from the framing system. It means it's also coming from the drawing. But if there's a situation where if all that's still correct and you still want to remove a part, you can do it just by highlighting a part and hitting delete cut. Now you'll notice it slightly changed in a shade. So if I click off of that, you'll notice more than now that it's grayed out. So it's grayed out when we delete it, it's changed to modified, and the big deal is that it's now a quantity of 0. So quantity of 0 is not going to get included in optimization, and which means it's not going to be priced either. Um, so you've got changes are bolded, deletes are grayed out, they both say modified. I can actually sort by state here. I can do part number and state, and or if I just want to do state only, then I can do that. So now you'll notice here I've added a part. So let's add another one. That's the same window that we used to have. We just find a part. Um, let's say this AN1. I want to select that part. I want to tell it a quantity. Let's say I need 2 of them. I want to tell it a length, 36.5 inches, and I'll say add to cut list. Now, when I close this, it's going to update this window behind us, and now you'll see there's 2 added parts. So since I've sorted by state, it's showing me anything is different than generated at the top. So I will, yeah. It's easy for me to see. So blue parts are added, black parts are edited, and grayed out parts are deleted. So here's the trick too. If I open and close, or go back to the optimizer, none of that's going to change, because since everything happens automatically, it doesn't matter if I open and close the window. It's all going to be the same when I get in. Um, so the next thing is, how do we reset? Let's say I accidentally deleted this and I want it to come back to the way it was. I'm going to hit reset cut. So the old optimizer never could do that. You could uncheck a saved box, but it's a lot more clear now, because a deleted part still shows that it's been deleted, where before it was just gone and you kind of would forget about it. So I've reset the deleted one, and the other modified, which is edited and added parts, are still here. So I could even reset the edited one. I could also delete the added parts, and those would be gone. So all that functionality is now in this new optimizer, in the cut list part in particular. So the similar thing goes here. I can add a stock piece, and I would just pick whatever part number, select it, tell it the quantity of those stock pieces, and then the length. Like let's say if it's a cutoff that I'm reusing from another job, I could say it's 182 inches, and there's one of them. Now when I add this to the stock list, it's going to re-optimize, and it's going to figure out what cut pieces can be used from that stock length. So it's showing me that in bold. So similar to the cut list section, it stands out by making it bold, and that's something that's been added. Now there's no status column here just because it didn't seem necessary. But if you do see a bolded line in your optimizer window, I mean in your optimized stocks tab here, it's because there's an added stock length that was not automatically generated from the optimization. So that's how you would throw in inventory or drops from other jobs and utilize them in a current job. So that and the print reports, you can export to a SawStop right here. And remember back here under cut list, we could export this cut list section to a CSV file there. So a lot of the same functionality was in the old optimizer, but a lot of it's been improved. So hopefully you enjoy it. Thanks.